So XY of the headquarters in Y Limited offers a broad range of financial services including asset management, commercial banking, investment banking, treasuries and security service. The five Indian banks in partnership with XY and provides a comprehensive range of banking services, product, combine, compass, retail banking, corporate banking, international banking, other financial services. All these banks have significant contribution to digitalized banking service in India. Under the pilot programs, Indian banks can open and on-chain national accounts with XY Bank and gift capacity. With blockchain-based systems exposed to the facility instant 24/7 settlement between account holders and US Bank, especially to create a private intra or corresponding banking networks define the traditional banking hours and enable the seamless money transfer. Following one of the illustrative steps of performing the audit about the said blockchain. Obtain a comprehensive understanding of the blockchain-based pilot program, unlike the objective scope and key processing words. Review the I think it's done. Review the partnership agreement, contracts, and legal document governing the relationship between Indian banks and Wayland Bank. Identify specific blockchain technology used in facilitating the understanding smart contracts. Access internal controls. Review the policies, procedures related to non-coin, non-swap codes, settlement methods, and money transfer mechanism. Assume assess the common framework, risk management practices, and compliance procedures established by the Indian banks and XY banks. Review security measures. Access the encryption methods, cryptographic keys management, secure transmission protocols using data protection. Review the measures taken to prevent unauthorized access, cyber threats, and potential vulnerabilities in blockchain network. Treat the transaction validity accurate. Validate the transactions record and settle the accuracy of blockchain, ensuring that adherence to the regu- um, relevant regulations, contractual obligation. They perform the reconciliation between the core chain Nostro accounts and the corresponding banks held by the XY bank to confirm the accuracy of balances of transactions. Evaluate the compliance and regulatory requirement. Review documentation, procedures related to customer due diligence, transaction monitoring, and reporting obligations. Ensure that the pilot program adheres to industry-specific standards and best practices. Access the business continuity and disaster recovery. Evaluate the adequacy of backup and recovery procedures, redundancy measures, and failure over mechanism to ensure uninterrupted operations. Test the effectiveness of these plans to conduct simulations and examine the historical incidents and response procedures. Report for filing and recommendation. Provide recommendation for improving the internal controls, security measures, compliance procedures, and overall efficiencies and effectiveness of the pilot program. Communicate the audit result to the relevant stakeholders. Highlight the area of concerns and suggest the remedial actions too. Robotic process automation. The robotic process automation is a repetitive process performed by the user of software technologies emulating human actions, interacting with the digital systems and softwares. The process efficiency, custom consumer experience, and control efficiency contribute by the robotic process automation. The robotic process automation software boards is interactive with the application and systems the same way people do, except the robot process automation can operate without the clock, non-stop, much faster, and 100% reliable and precision. A large passenger carrier having an AI bot, a passenger ticket booking, and following process. User interaction. The bot interacts with the passengers through various channels such as website, mobile app, messaging platforms. Passenger can engage a conversation with the bot by providing the travel details and preference and other required information. Language processing, natural language processing. The bot applies on natural language processes techniques to understand and interpret the passenger's queries and requests. It can process the text and voice input and extract the relevant information and facilitate the ticket booking. Query handling. The bot responds to the passenger's query and related to the ticket availability, fares, train schedules, seat preferences, other relevant information. It can provide real-time updates and answers to common passenger questions. Booking process. Upon receiving the booking request, the bot collects the necessary details for the passengers, including travel dates, designation, class of preference, passengers information. It validates the inputs, check the seat availability, calculate the fare based on the carrier price structure. Integrating with the booking system. The bot interfaces with the carrying booking system to check a seat availability, reserve seats, and payment processing transaction. It's clearly communicated with the backend system to initiate the booking process. Payment process. The bot facilitates secure payment transaction, allowing a passenger to provide payment details and complete the booking. It may integrate with the various payment gateways and service to process a credit card payment, net banking, and other payment methods. Confirming the ticket generation. Once the booking is successfully booked, The bot generates a booking confirmation along with a unique ticket number. It provides a passenger with the necessary information, including ticket details, train information, and other instructions. Ancillary service. The bot may also offer additional services like seat upgrades, meal selection, travel insurance, other actual ancillary offerings. It can provide information and assist the passenger in availing the service during the booking period. Post-booking support. The bot can assist the passenger for post-booking support, including itinerary changes, in itinerary changes, cancellation, ticket modification. It handles the request, check the carrier policies, process the necessary changes as per the passenger's request. Integration with customer support. The bot can integrate with customer support required to escalate the complex queries and issue of human agents when necessary. It can provide a seamless transaction, automate assistance to human interference, and ensure high-level consumer services. Following of these illustration steps to audit the ticket booking bot service. Identify the objectives and goal of auditing IRCTC ticket booking bot. Determine the scope of the audit, including specific aspect of the board facilities and operating to be bloated. Review the relevant regulatory and compliance standards applicable to the ticket booking process. The data protection, privacy regulations, payment card, industry standards, and specific industry guidance. Identify and assess the potential risk associated with the ticket booking board, such as unauthorized access to consumer data, system failures, inaccurate booking information. Develop a comprehensive set of audit procedures to assess the effectiveness, efficiency, and compliance with the ticket booking board. This may include reviewing the system architecture, design, and documentation. Evaluate the security measures like place, including authentication, access control, and encryption. Testing the bot's function like a simulation, booking scenario, and verifying the accuracy of results. Assessing the performing bots such as response to times and circulation and scalability. Analyzing the logs of a trial to detect unusual suspicious activities. Examine the data handling process, ensuring proper encryption, storage, and data protection of consumer data. Verifying the compliance with the relevant regulations and policies and procedures. Conducting a penetrating test and vulnerability assessment to identify the potential weakness in the bot security. Decide an appropriate sampling methodology to evaluate the bot performance and compliance. This may include selection of representative sample and booking transaction date of analysis. Conduct an audit based on the defined procedure, following best practice and professional audit standards. Document your finding, including any issues and area of improvement identified during the audit. Complete the audit finding and comprehensive audit, detailing the audit objectives, scope and performance and performance of audit result. Provide recommendation for addressing any identified weakness, risk and non-compliance issues. Present the report to relevant stakeholders such as management, IT teams, compliance officers. Track the implement the recommendation actions. Ensure appropriate measures are taken. Address any identified weakness. Periodically review the monitor the bot performance, security, and complaints to ensure ongoing effectiveness. Audit implementation. It is almost important for the auditor to understand the robotic process automation. This includes data extraction, aggregation, sanitation, and cleaning. Unless auditor understand this process, they will not be able in a position to initiate an audit. The comprehensive assurance process might demand review the source code. Perform substantial tests. Auditors must have an understanding of the tools used to develop and maintain robot automation. This will help when auditors review logs, configuration control, privilege access control, and like general IT controls are applicable as well. Common risk of RPA generate operational or execution risk. Robots are deployed without proper operation model. Buying a wrong tool, making a wrong assumption, taking shortcuts, and jeopardizing security and compliance. Assigning a proper responsibility, training, and clearly stating about the changing the rule also can help reduce operation risk in great extent. Change the management risk. Not following the change management, implement lifestyle, improper incomplete testing, not covering all scenarios leads to inaccurate result. Robotic process automation strategic risk. Setting wrong exceptions, improper KPI, and unrealistic business goals creates an environment of uncertainty. Management should discuss and analyze the complete working characteristic, potential limitation of RPP, which drafting a robotic process automation. Robotic process automation check the NDAS, IFCO FR, and standard of auditing. Incorporate standards of auditing, IFCO FR, and NDAs, para-wise details of para reference, accounting policy, relevant data to be captured, relevant calculation to be made, presentation by statement, IFCO FR, auditing procedure to be standard of auditing in audit practices.